and we'll see if we survive.
Yeah.
So, around a month ago, I received an email from Netflix. At first I thought, damn, are they upping their prices again? But fortunately, that was not it. It turns out Netflix wanted to invite me to a promotional event for Tour de France Unchained Season 2 called Mont Netflix. But what does that mean? Basically, the highest mountain in my home country, Belgium, is 694 meters, Signal de Botrange. But somehow, Netflix increased the height of that mountain by 7 meters. That's crazy. And worst of all, they wanted me to climb it. In other words, they wanted me to climb to the highest point in Belgium ever. And of course, I have to defend my dignity and my honor, so I accepted the challenge. It took me 4 hours to go from the Belgian coast all the way to Wallonia to the beautiful village of Malmedy, and when I got there, it was absolutely stunning. And the weather was pretty great, especially for Belgian standards. The actual event took place at my hotel. I mean, the hotel is actually called My Hotel. How stupid. Anyway, it was time to check in and take a look at what this Mont Netflix was all about. Now that was more than one cycling kit. I swear there were at least 20 hanging there. And that's because I won't be doing this alone. I'll be climbing Mont Netflix together with ex-pros like Jan Bakelans, content creators and influencers. But amongst the others, there's one constant. They're all really fit. And let's be honest, I'm not. So at this point, I had already mentally accepted that I'd be finishing last on Mont Netflix, but it was all about reaching the top for me. But one thing is certain, I'd be doing so in style, because I got this beautiful Mont Netflix cycling kit. Next to the cycling kit, I also got a goodie bag with a bead on, stickers, and the menu for today. And 3:30, that's where it's at. The Mont Netflix cycle, climbing to the highest point in Belgium ever. Right there, that's me, starting in second position. Before we started climbing Mont Netflix, we started off with a bit of a warm-up. 10 minutes of exploring Malmedy.
How's the new bike? Do you like it? How's the feeling?
Pretty good, can't complain.
My strategy was pretty straightforward. I know I'm probably the worst climber in this entire group, so if I start at the front, I can gradually move towards the back of the group as people pass me. But my strategy of starting at the front quickly fell in the water already during the warm-up. There was a short uphill segment and already people were passing me left and right. I was pushing 350 watts and literally everyone flew past me with utter ease. That was humbling. Anyway, that marked the end of the warm-up. But before we start climbing Mont Netflix, today's video is sponsored by For Endurance, the go-to place for cycling nutrition. Personally, I'm very picky when it comes to my energy gels and energy bars. The taste and the texture needs to be just right, or I just won't use it. But for a year now, I've been using the Endurance energy gels and bars, and I absolutely love them. This one, the Endurance Energy Unit Gel, the lemon flavor, is my absolute favorite. And recently, I discovered this one, the Endurance Energy Unit Juice Bar, the citrus flavor. I'm a big fan of those as well. And importantly, unlike many nutrition brands, their gels are actually affordable. If you like what you hear and you want to try any Endurance gels or bars, check out the link in the description on the For Endurance website. Anyway, we're all fueled up, let's get ready for Mont Netflix, 14 kilometers in length, the first half the hardest. Let's do this. The climb had only just started and the tempo was going up by a lot. Slowly but surely, I was being overtaken by literally everyone, until I was in shared last position with my Danish friend Simon. We had one thing in common, we both weren't very confident.
Already tired?
And there's nothing that breaks the morale even more than looking in front of me and seeing every single rider vanish into the distance.
No, but I'm happy to be here. The sun is shining.
Exactly. And we'll see if we survive.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop there because Simon was holding a tempo I couldn't sustain. Meter by meter, Simon started riding away from me, breaking my heart and our friendship. So yeah, I was all the way at the back, completely alone, a one-man army gruppetto. I won't lie, despite knowing that I'm the worst cyclist when it comes to fitness in this entire group of people, it still kind of breaks me to be in that position, and in those moments, I do start to wonder, why do I do this with my life? Why did I let my fitness get so bad in the first place? But hey, outside of riding my bike as much as possible now, there's nothing else I can do about that, so let's keep going. Now, on paper, the steep section isn't actually that steep. Up to 5 to 6%. I saw some 7% grades in there. They were lying me when they showed me the profile. But one thing is certain, I was suffering. And every time I looked backwards, I saw the broom wagon. And that is so demoralizing. But eventually, finally, the first half of the climb, the steepest segment, came to an end. And now it was all about rocking that steady tempo. Despite not being too hard on paper, this last half of the climb felt endless. But my mind was set on one thing, and that's the finish line. The plus 7 meters on Mont Netflix. And then I saw it in the distance. Mont Netflix. What looked like a fortress on a parking lot. And that ramp is how they made Signal de Botrange the highest point in Belgium, and I was almost there. I'll be honest, on paper, this climb wasn't that hard. But I did suffer quite a lot, and I'm really happy that I made it to the top of Mont Netflix. My journey isn't and has never been about comparing to others, it's about comparing to my past self and gradually, day by day, trying to get better on the bike. It was a weird finish though, Mont Netflix, because I remember finishing on the velodrome on my Paris Sportive back in April, and that was an amazing experience going around the velodrome myself, truly fairy tale magic. Honestly, I can't compare the Mont Netflix finish to the velodrome because the velodrome means a lot to me. Paris was a big part of my childhood, but I will say riding around the ramp, finishing on top of Mont Netflix, that was a pretty cool experience. But turns out it didn't actually end there because Netflix had another experience in mind for me. My first ever ice bath, and this is how it went.
Fuck me!
Let's go! Head.
Not head! Not head! Not head!
Honestly, that was actually pretty fun. You tend to get a bit warmer in that ice bath. It's weird to say, but it kind of made me feel alive. In the end, I truly enjoyed this experience. I met some cool new friends like Simon, and despite the suffering, I had quite a lot of fun climbing Signal de Botrange, and especially those last plus 7 meters. But obviously we are in Belgium, so there's only one right way to finish off this video, with some good old frituur. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching today's video. It was a bit of a different one, but I really enjoyed this experience, so I wanted to share it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.